somebody else will have to do it because I can't think of anything else other than Will Smith at the minute.
It were awesome, weren't it, that?
Unbelievable. Yeah, I can't quite remember what's happened.
No, me neither.
We all took a shot apart from John.
Yeah.
And so John's about to either be turned into an alien or we're going to turn into an alien.
Yeah, someone is.
One or other. One of us is going to be very disappointed. So that we did a lot of that, didn't we? And their corporate said that we'd stolen some stuff. If you remember, can you remember?
Yeah, stolen an MCD that like sort of high drive
iPad.
thing.
We'd stolen their iPad thing. MCD.
They've gone off, haven't they, somewhere?
Which he thinks we have. I mean, what were we doing? Oh, yeah. Dave went in, woke that alien up, didn't he, and smashed its brains in. Chopped it to pieces.
Yeah.
Still, it's bad to laugh at your own joke, but I like that meme that I posted. I thought that was funny when I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that. We figured out the alien was humans, weren't they? Mutated somehow.
Yeah.
And then we were heading back, and aliens showed up, hadn't it?
Yeah. So so Rye and Cham had managed to do the repairs on the reactor relay. In the process, Cham went panicked, and charged out of the reactor relay control room with his newly acquired suntan.
Yeah. We've got radiation sickness, haven't we, or something now?
Yeah, so yeah, got levels of radiation. Yeah, I think we've got exhibiting a bit of a few radiation burns, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. But before that, Wilson and Miller, they were with Reed and Flynn in the one of the med labs, weren't you? Because Miller got scanned in one of the medipods. I think that was
that's right. They went back, didn't they? And we didn't.
Yeah. So that were about the time that that Clayton came over the comms and accused you of, or one of you, or all of you, of stealing her stuff from her room. And like I say, they've gone off. So you don't know where Cronus crew are really now. And you're all down here in this corridor, and so Cham ran off in a panic out of the relay control room, down the corridor, and something came out of the maintenance shaft to say hello.
Right. I've forgotten about
that. So I don't know if I want a reminder of what that is exactly. Where is it? Excuse me.
Is it a spiky teeth, sharp claw vampire one?
I believe, is it this one? It's this one, yeah. It's this one, which is essentially a a bigger version of the tiny thing that tore its way out of Dr. Cooper's head.
Just sat on a stool minding its own business.
So yeah, that's that comes crawling out of the maintenance shaft.
I can't see it.
Is that smaller than the one that I shot at?
Which one was the one you shot at?
I shot at the one in the basement in the maintenance hangar bit.
It's a little bit. It is a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. Looks it's the same. It's the same kind of. It's definitely the same kind of creature, but it's a little bit a little bit smaller.
Right.
I can't see that on my screen.
Can you not?
No. Can hear some dramatic music.
I know, it's quite loud. I love dramatic music, but I'm struggling
turn it
to
down
talk
somehow.
over it.
If you go into where the music symbol is, if you go into there, there's at the top there's global volume controls, and you can adjust it there. It's the playlist volume. You can turn it down there if it's too loud.
Oh, yeah.
Can't you see the map at all, Dave?
I can see the map, but I can't see any picture of an alien. I just refreshed it and nothing's happened.
All right.
Oh, what you can see the tokens on the map though.
Yeah, I can see the tokens.
Right, let me see.
I'll
if I can,
screenshot it. I'll screenshot it and put it in Facebook group. Then you can see it.
Oh,
yeah.
You just have to wait on my computer waking up. I think it's dying.
So we're pretty much starting this session already in combat then. So if you can't remember, the fist icon at the top right is a combat tracker. So you can if you right click on it, it'll pop it out into the main screen. So if you'll see, I'll yes, I've got to roll initiatives. Roll on. Okay. So it goes. Like in chat, it's put all the cards that we would, if we were playing in person, we've got a deck of cards that you draw from. So it's lowest. It's lowest to highest. So yeah. So first person to act then is Leah Davis. So you can do in combat, if you'd forgotten, you can do a fast and a slow action in either order. You can do either one first.
My game still says game paused on my screen as well.
It does indeed. That's me.
Right.
That's me.
Right, yeah, that's gone.
Okay. I guess based on what's happened, I'm going to have my gun in my hands, I'm presuming, or would I have to draw that?
So let me see. There's that help sheet in there. That's the wrong one.
Just thinking that I can't remember what happened last time, but obviously there was another alien in that other room.
Yeah. I suppose that's possible. You could have it all already. Out.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that,
although it is a shotgun, I'm not really sure how I'd put it away. But
that's true. Where's the thing now? That's leverage. Okay, that's life. Let me see that cheat sheet thing. Can anybody else see it? I can't remember what it was called. It was basically like a reference.
Rules thing. Start a rules index, was that it?
It's a player reference sheet. It's right down at the bottom.
Where's?
All right. So it's, for some reason that's not set to anything. There, you should be able to see it now. It's player reference sheet, and if you click on that, it shows you like it lists slow actions and fast actions, and a few other bits and bobs to do with combat and general skill checks.
Okie doke.
So.
Right, so in that case then, I'm going to basically, I'm in this kind of doorway.
Yeah.
I'm going to aim the gun down towards that creature and shout for Cham to get down or get out of the way.
Okay.
So I can aim as a fast action.
You can. And it's in the
And-
same zone, so let me bring up the thing about ranges.
Even if I move forward, like I don't want to fire a shotgun with Cham in between me and it. So
so short range is in the same zone, but not engaged. So engaged is right up in your face. Short range is in the same zone. Medium range is into the next zone.
Yeah.
Okay. So a short range hit basically has no bonuses but no penalties either.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So, but
aiming-
I'm just So I'm just aiming, and basically, if he can hold or something, I'll do that. But I don't want to fire at the moment.
Okay. Right. And so. Right. In which case, next. excuse me. Next to go then would be Cham.
Cool. Can I run to the door that's between me and Leah?
Yeah.
Open it, jump in and shut it.
So you can run. You've got no enemy at engaged range, so that's fine. You can move through a door. Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. Perfectly fine. You can do that.
So I'm moving into there and shut it.
Okay. So you go through here. There's at the far end near this other door. There's a body. Propped up
Christ.
There's a body of it looks like a woman propped up against or slumped against the wall in the corner by the door.
I'll deal with that in a second. I'll cautiously approach it in a bit.
Okay.
For now, I just want to shut the door behind me. I'm still panicked and in trouble, basically. Unhealthy.
Okay. So in which case, next is Rye.
So is this door open above me?
It won't be open, no, because they automatically close.
I will have seen Cham run away. Cham's past me, screaming, and then ran off. Yeah. Did anyone investigate the reactor?
You can't actually get into that bit.
Okay. I'm going to get out of here as soon as possible. So
excuse me.
Quick action will move me to. Movement will move me to here.
Yeah. So yeah, that whole corridor's a zone, so you could move to any point on that corridor.
I've got no weapons or anything. Do I see what?
Yes. So
Yes.
See what you can see.
Yeah. Fuck that noise. I'm gonna move. Towards here, just behind Ella, and just cower in the corner for now, irradiating nuclear waste.
Very well.
Amazing.
Okay, so next to act is it's this thing. It goes first.
Nice, it goes 3 times.
It goes 3 times, yeah. So your speed rate. So basically, your speed rating gives you how many times you'll act in combat. So humans generally have a speed rating of 1. This has a speed rating of 3.
Wow.
And it can basically do every time it can do a fast and a slow action.
Bloody hell.
So basically, it just charges straight down here straight at Davis.
Oh!
Stop it from going into the wall.
I would have stood and taken that for you, Davis, but my skin is literally melting off my face. I've got much skin left.
So yeah, it charges straight at Davis into engaged range and attacks Davis.
All right. The alien's called Dave on my screen.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Why is it called Dave?
It identifies.
Oh no, that's Dave's pointer. That's Dave's pointer.
Yeah.
It's Act 3. We've had a preview of Act 3, haven't we, there?
Dave the alien.
I'm going to come out of this room as another alien in a minute.
What's it rolling? What's it? Not rolling that. Okay, that's not working. Let's put that. No. Great. The roll thing's not working. I'll have to use the table instead. No. Daniel Cooper. What's it? It's got Daniel Cooper selected for. That is really weird. Right. Right, I think I'm just going to have to reload this because it's reload the application because it's behaving a bit strangely. So bear with me. Just
Okay.
Apparently, the dead doctor was making attacks as an alien there. Right.
It's the alien.
It's still not working. Why is that? Ah, that's why. I've got a table selected. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, right. So yeah, it charges at Davis, and it pivots around, slashing at her with its spiked tail. What was the result? Oh God, it got Jesus Christ! Ow. Right. So.
Doesn't sound good, does it?
No.
Oh,
Does it?
oh dear.
Right. So I need to check on that. But I'm going to, yeah. So it slashes you across the chest with the spikes that run along its tail, and you take 2 points of damage.
Ooh, I've only got 2 health.
Right, you got 2 health, so if you're reduced to 0, then you're broken. So anytime you take any more damage, you take a critical roll. So if you look on your character sheet,
Yeah.
there's a critical. It says on the general page there's a critical injury thing, and to the right of it there's like a little heart thing. And if you click on that, it'll do a critical injury.
Okay. So do I have to do that now, or only if you take more damage?
Yeah, if you take more damage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which is
critical
going to be
injuries
now.
critical injuries can
next.
kill you. Well, they are what will kill you. Just need to warm stuff up again. Closed. Right. Yes. Oh, where's the combat? So right, and then so it attacks again. Right. Okay. Let me just damage.
Blimey.
So if you drop 0 health, you're broken in effect, taking out the action. Immediately roll for a critical. Oh no! Immediately roll for a critical injury. If you're not dead, you can crawl and mumble through the pain. So yeah, you're down and out basically. All you can do is like mumble and you can
Roll
crawl.
along.
You can just barely crawl. You can't perform any other actions. You can't roll for any skills. You can't go below 0 health. But each further attack that causes the damage will give you another critical injury.
Okay, so that's quite good because I've just rolled, not good, but like relevant. I just rolled broken ribs. So he slashed me across the chest, didn't he? And he's broken my ribs.
Yeah,
So my
no.
mobility and close combat are -2.
So healing time, 6
it's not there
days.
as well, isn't it?
6 days.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell. Yeah, at least it weren't fatal. At least it weren't fatal. Critical injuries.
Does Paul let out a blood-curdling scream then, as it rips through its chest and breaks his ribs? Not her ribs.
Possibly.
Bashes me against the door. This door's closed that's next to me.
Yeah, it's not far away from me.
What the hell was that?
That's not like a bonus sound, is it?
Bonus round. Right, yeah. So, oh god. Shit. It's going to attack you again, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
So it hits you again. Yeah. So you need to make another critical injury.
Just
roll.
the crit roll and that's
just
it.
a crit. Yeah. So they get steadily worse.
Broken arm. Can't use my arm.
Oh dear.
Wow.
It's smashing you to bits, isn't it?
Just like just slamming you up against the wall. Right. So next it's Vanessa.
Miracle time.
Vanessa's not very happy with what's happening with the pilot.
That could be an understatement.
Chucking her about like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Did Davis have a gun?
The only gun.
And did you fire it?
No, because Cham was in the way.
Would it be within the realms of trying to get to that gun to shoot it away from?
Well,
Davis?
You can try it.
Well, I dropped it probably now that I've just broke my arm.
Yeah,
so
it'll be on. It's most likely on the floor next.
Next to your arm.
Yeah. Here's my buddy. I want to at least make sure, see if we can like scare it off. Yeah. Maybe by attacking me instead. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to run up and try and get the shotgun and try and push it, drive it away so that we can push it so that I can push Davis into the junction.
Radio. Okay, you can make a mobility roll then.
Mobility.
Okay, right, yes, success. Right, so yeah, you charge over and grab, snatch the shotgun off the floor. So, come on, where's that? So, grab something. Fast action. So that's pretty much it then. So you run over and grab the gun.
Okay.
Right. And next it's Wilson.
Okay. Right. Seeing everything that's happened, I'll just call out like in a panicked state, like Davis, and then look around as you charge forward, and I'll just say, "Let's get the hell out of here!" And call back to Rye. Rye, let's go! And I'll like run towards Junction C2.
Okay.
Up the corridor.
Yeah. Okay. So, so yeah, you can get to if you use use but your actions to do that, you can get you can do like two fast actions instead of fast and slow, so you can basically get to the junction.
Okay.
So,
I can't move it though because
there
the
we go.
game's paused.
Oh, it's paused again, isn't it? Sorry. There we go. Right then. So next, it's your friendly alien again. Oh, so.
Oh dear.
That's Captain Gone.
Right.
No captain, no pilot.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's only a matter of time before me and Dan die of radiation. So just
I'm going to try and take as many people out as possible with me.
good. What, like us or them?
Them, definitely them.
All right.
Okay, right.
You're already dead. I'm sorry.
Right.
pretty much.
It appears to be too absorbed in making a mess of Davis, and just continues to attack her.
So I make another thing, yeah.
Well, if it hits you,
Oh, okay.
which it did.
Right. Yeah.
Surprising, really. Although it nearly missed.
Okay. So ripping my leg. Strained ankle. Oh, sprained ankle, weirdly.
Yeah, it sprayed him.
Trud on my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got off lightly there.
Obviously,
I did,
you're
didn't I?
obviously struggling with it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
With my one
so sorry.
Toying with you.
With my one arm.
Yeah.
Right, so it's new round, so it's back to Davis. So
Okay.
What's it? Miller's just taking your gun.
Yeah, well, I can't use it with one. Couldn't use it with one arm, I guess.
You can't pump it, can you? Or whatever it is,
No.
pump action.
You can fire it once.
Yeah, I'm going to say it would already be loaded because I was waiting, weren't I?
Yeah.
So
So
I mean,
you're down.
I
you can
can't
only
do a great deal.
well,
can I?
you can't do it. You can't do it. You couldn't just shot it anyway because you can't make skill
No.
checks. You're down, so you can just crawl and mumble. You could maybe like
Can I
drag
try
your-
and press the door?
Yeah. You could, like I say, you could probably sort of drag yourself through the door.
Yeah, because it's closed at the minute. I'm going to try and like press the door.
It will get a chance to have a go at you again, of course. These, you have to take it. Well, can you take a retreat action? I'm not sure if you can take a retreat action.
I can't really take actions though, can I?
No, I don't
Disengage.
think
I think
so.
it said that I'm out. I think it said that I'm out, down and out, or something of the combat.
If you're dropped to 0, you're broken. In fact, you're out the action. Immediately roll for
Yeah.
critical. If you're not dead, you can crawl and mumble through the pain. You can't perform any other actions. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm
so you
basically
can try
just
crawl
riding
away.
around.
So yeah, it's got the opportunity to like have a go at you, but it's better. I suppose it's better than lying there and taking it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. There's Miller. Let's see if it's going to. Yeah, it does. It's not finished playing with you yet.
Because I'm presuming I can't even vaguely fight back, so
No.
I'm not doing anything to it. It's just whether it cares.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not finished. It's not finished playing with you. So you still kind of feebly grab hit the door controls, and it slides open. It's like kind of sort of half crawl, half fall through, as it see Wilson there. So yeah, the door slides open and Davis falls through, and this thing just like follows through. Oh my god!
Does it
why
hit
does
me?
Roll so many dice. It did, yeah.
Yeah, it's still got
I'm
the
not
leg.
going to be able to move a single thing.
Both legs
crawl now.
broken. Just drag
Broken
yourself
arm,
with one
broken
arm.
leg, broken ribs.
That's it. I'm done. I'm like
Oh dear.
halfway through this
Wow.
doorway.
You're like Anakin
Yeah.
in Mustafar.
It's got the high ground.
I'm like the pilot of Aliens at the minute. Just doing the windscreen wiper thing,
Yeah.
trying to get the door.
It's a bad situation, that.
Which ones are you on about? Sorry, tell me which ones you're on about. Sorry, I'm just replying to a message. So, anyway, next to go then is Cham. Oops, Cham.
Yeah. How do I'm panicked. Am I still panicked?
No.
Can I cancel that panic status then? Or
No, you keep the panic stage, so she's just not running. You're just not running. You know.
right. How do I get rid of the panicked?
So you have to have like 10 minutes of like calm.
Right. So I can't get rid of that, but I can act normal.
Yeah, because so you panic it. So the panic status when you have to make a panic test, it increases. It makes the
The
panic
chance
test
of
worse. Yeah.
Have I heard like Paul's that Davis's screams and
I
Wilson
would imagine
shouting,
so. I would imagine
"Get out!
so.
Get
Yeah.
out! Run!" I've heard all that.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the doors are pretty like they're only like interior doors, so they're not like big. They're not
Yeah,
like
it's
big
all
heavy
like
glass doors.
echoing through the ship.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I want to open this door then and move out with the axe.
Okay.
Can I? Is that all I can do, or can I do anything else?
So you can move through the doors part of your movement, I think.
Can I move to it then and hit it?
Yeah.
I'll have to try that then. I don't really want to, but
Wilson, you've said that to everyone.
I haven't said anything.
Oh, it says at Dan. Not sure which you mean.
That was my fault. That.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Right. Sorry. Yeah. So you sort of run up behind this creature.
yeah,
You know, wail on it with the axe.
I've got to. Yeah. Is that a close combat?
It is. Right, it's one success. You can push it, of course, but pushing will cause you more stress.
I can't afford to push. Just have to take that as a small victory.
Okay, so so what's the damage from that?
1, I think. Was it?
Let's have a look.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. Right. So yeah, you hit it with the axe, and it just like rebounds off its.
Gets its attention.
Yeah, it gets its attention, but not much else. It just rebounds off its skin. Doesn't even make a mark.
Great.
I'll just shout for everyone to run. This thing's too tough.
Jesus Christ.
Oops. Right. Yes. Yeah, so God, I lost my. So next it's Rye. So that would depend on what. So, are you on about the ones from on the Cronus, Dan?
No, we found them on this ship, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The Cronus. No, you haven't got them.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Then I will just run and hide. Then. I will run to. I see the. I see the melee that's going on to the west of me, and I will just exit through the first door here.
Yep.
And try and get up junction C2.
Yep, you can get So just double moving, you can go up there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing.
Radio. So. Shut that. So yeah, let's be. So let's say that Davis managed to like drag us under the door after this thing's hit him again, but or her again, and then the door shuts. Right, so it's this. So who's? Yeah, it's gonna. So yeah, it turns round on Cham.
Nice knowing you boys.
Wish I could say the same.
So, oh my god. Right, so it lunges at you and just grabs you with its hands and bites you.
Pulls your head off.
Opens its mouth and bites you right on the throat.
Okay.
Right, so you take 1 damage, but it as it tears this chunk of flesh out of your throat and automatically inflicts a critical injury. Or critical injury number 61. It's a specific one.
Holy shit.
So I take 1 health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. The critical injury
And
number
now
61.
you need a tracheotomy.
Yeah, now I'm choking on my own blood.
Critical injury 61. Ruptured jugular.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, you're going to bleed out.
Ruptured jugular. It is fatal. You're dead in 1 round. Right. So yeah, you see this. Yeah, this thing sort of like lunges, grabs hold of Cham and tears a chunk out of his throat, and white fluid sprays everywhere. Davis, you're the only one present here. You take a stress. Cham's an android.
Davis? I'm inside.
Sorry, Miller. Sorry, yeah. You take a stress.
What?
Cham's an android.
Goddamn android.
God damn it.
Okay, so that doesn't apply to you. That roll that I just made. It's need the android table instead.
Oh dear.
Or we will in
I
future.
always
So
knew
basically that that doesn't do anything to you. It just makes a mess of your throat.
Nice.
You take the damage, but the critical doesn't do anything to you. So you can switch to your real character sheet now if you want, Dave.
Yeah, I think I'll have to.
Yeah, I think it might be a good idea.
How much health did Cham have to start with?
So your starting health is equal to your strength.
Right, because I've taken some damage, you see, so I transfer the damage over.
Yeah.
Cham was Rye's buddy. Did she know?
No.
What?
So don't forget the radiation damage. You don't take that, so you can put that. You can add that damage that you took from radiation back. You can deduct it again because you haven't. You're not affected by the radiation.
I'll scroll. I think it was 1.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Yeah. If you scroll back up, you'll be able to see it's flashing red. Yeah.
1, 2, 2.
So yeah. So you can adjust. So you can put that 2 health back on. So you should have only lost 1 health, I think.
2 I've got down as losing 2, but I'm not sure where the other one got lost from.
Yeah.
Might have got hit by other alien, might you?
I don't know.
I don't think anybody's been hit by an alien. Well, anyway. So yeah, just take that 2 off your new maximum, which is a bit considerably higher.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So this thing it loses interest in you, and as it spits this like
brain
white
fluid out.
Yeah, this brain fluid out, and instead it turns and it rounds on Miller. And attacks Miller instead.
Just a random question. Did Cham know you were an android?
Well, I'm not at liberty to say that.
Yes.
No, I just wasn't. I didn't know if I were expecting a DM saying you're an android as well.
No, I did know you were an android.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
They can't. You don't have to crawl across the floor for them. They can't see you. Right.
I wish
So,
I could see that though. I'd like to see that.
oh god. So yeah, it arcs its tail round and suddenly lunges at you with its tail, impaling you with its razor sharp tail. Right, it does 2 points of damage. And it automatically triggers critical 66.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ.
How do I put damage on?
It's where your health is. You just
Oh, not 2 off, yeah.
Yeah. Where's the damage tip? Where's down there? So, critical injury 66. Oh my god.
It's gone through him.
Yeah, it's it impales you with its tail, impaling you straight through the heart. Your heart beats for the last time, and you're dead.
Who's that?
That's Miller.
That's me.
Jesus. So you're not an android?
Nope.
Not an android. Holy fuck.
Right, well, I'll go off then anyway.
I tried.
You can be one of the crew,
Yeah.
can't you?
Yeah.
That's what'll happen. You
Is there
turn
any way I
into
can sign
one
up
of
to
the
be an
crew.
android?
Yeah, I'll be an android as well.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So next act is Miller. Oh dear.
I die.
So next act is Wilson.
Okay. When I see
So maybe you see this thing impale Wilson and lift him up.
Wilson.
Lift her up. Sorry, no, not Wilson. Miller. Yeah, you see it to impale Miller and lift it through the viewport on the door, and see it impale him and lift her up. Sorry.
Okay.
So,
obviously, my eyes go
tossing
like
to one side.
wide as anything, especially as like Davis flops into the room, broken up and smashed up, bleeding everywhere. And this alien's ripping everybody to pieces outside door. I'll just kind of like scream hysterically. And so, let's get the fuck out of here! Let's get the fuck out of here! I'll run to the door of C2, and I will try my best to lock it. Do I know there is a locking mechanism?
You can attempt to override it, so it'll stay shut.
That's what I'm going to try and do.
You can make a contact then.
Contact roll. Okay. Right, bear with me then. Skills. Contact.
Okay, right, yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
lock it.
Right. So I'll lock it and then say, right, help me! And I'll try and grab Davis.
You helping, Ryan?
Yeah, I can do.
Can do.
Okay, so right, so well, next then is this thing again. So it. Just a minute.
Alexa.
So this creature like starts slamming against the door. It slams against the door a couple of times, and then it turns around, eyes. Well, it can't got any eyes, and invisible eyes, and sort of hisses at Will at Cham, and then charges past him, and disappears back into the maintenance shaft.
Scared it off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if that's combat ended, like I said, my intention is to gather up Davis and get up this ladder shaft as quick as I possibly can, straight to A deck, without stopping, as much as I physically can.
Well, I don't know.
I think we were all focused on the mess hall on B deck.
So I don't know. Davis is. Are you? Is it possible for him to even drag you up a ladder with two broken legs?
No, I've got one broken leg.
Oh, one broken leg.
One broken leg, one broken arm. So, yeah, technically I can get up a ladder, but
if one arm and one
slowly
leg were on one side.
Yeah, I'm not in great shape though. I'm not sure I kind of have got the capability, but
yeah. So you can't. Well, you can't perform action, so you can't really. Other than like sort of easily drag yourself around.
Yeah,
you're not capable of climbing a ladder.
Yeah.
I want to go over and pick up Miller, Captain.
Okay.
And the shotgun that he was carrying. Just like not brandishing it, just picking everything up, basically.
Right.
I'll mumble through my probably coughing up blood or whatever. I'll say lift. There's a lift.
Well, I mean, while ever we can attempt it, I'm just going to say, fuck the lift, we're going out there!
I'll also shout through the door, the alien's run away, it's gone.
But an android,
okay.
The alien has gone away.
Dalek.
Yeah, you'll be gargling like Ash from
Alien.
So
you can see Cham as he's telling you this through the door, but you can also see there's like a big sort of gash on his throat, and there's like white fluid like staining his neck and his chest.
Probably ought to stop that.
Yeah, you can like
repair
yourself.
Yeah, I'll try and stop that.
Okay.
What the fuck's happened to you, Cham?
What do you mean?
I'll like look at Rai. Are you seeing this?
I'll try and run over and assist him repairing himself. Not knowing there is an android, but seeing his leaking shit, I'm just going to try and fix him as well. Her as well.
Do we know what androids are, don't we?
Yeah, you know what androids are, yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're just completely.
So yeah, he's definitely
discernible.
So it is clearly an android. It's quite obvious he's an android.
Now that my skin's peeled off and my neck's ripped open.
Yeah. So you can see his neck's ripped open. Anybody else, anybody else would be dead. And his neck's ripped open. There's like this white fluid pouring out, like sort of pumping out of his neck.
I'll run over and try and help him, knowing he's my buddy anyway.
So you two, Wilson and Rai, you take a stress from this.
I think that's that right. Yeah.
From the revelation that Cham, after all this time you spent together, is actually an android.
Do we not take a stress from that combat as well?
Not in this case.
Okay.
I'll say to Rai, don't worry about me. Tend to the others. I'll sort this out.
Okay, so is there anybody in the immediate vicinity that needs assistance? I think Captain's dead, isn't he?
Captain's laid on floor with a big hole in her chest.
Yeah, I'll drag Captain into junction C2, is it? C2.
Yeah.
And then shut the doors just so we're all kind of enclosed.
I'll pass you the gun as well.
The gun?
Picked up the captain's gun. Captain had the shotgun. So I was picking up the captain and I was picking up his gun.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm obviously visibly confused and shocked. And I'll be like, how come you never told us you were an android? Davis, did you know?
Davis,
Davis gargling blood with a bruised leg.
We haven't got a first aid kit with us, have we?
No.
So yeah, Davis can't do much other
Stick a
than like
plaster on him.
feebly mumble. Probably
screaming in agony.
Yeah.
Broken bones. I mean, that must be horrendous. So you'd rather be unconscious.
Ribs, a broken leg.
Broken rib, broken arm, broken legs.
Yeah. I stubbed my toe once and that killed.
Yeah, about a month ago I watched a lady fall down marble stairs and break both her arms. Yeah.
Did you manage to stop yourself from laughing?
Well, I didn't know that she broke her arms, so I was making jokes like, "Get up, you'll be right." No, I weren't really. She was in a lot of pain, but she could talk. She could talk mainly by saying like, "I'm in a lot of pain. I can't take this. I'm in a lot of pain." You know.
Was she an android?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
So, John, yeah, you can choose one of the other crew to be reincarnated.
Annoy us with.
Where's the choices? I'll be Miller. Reincarnate.
So there's John's, the acting captain. There's Flynn.
Oh, from the other ones.
Yeah. Yes, from the other crew, from the Cronus crew.
You want a bit corporal, don't you?
I think so. Yeah.
What, you're gonna be?
No.
You're gonna be Reed, Valerie Reed.
You're going to be fighting us if you do that.
Yeah. Who's the other choices?
Complete bitch.
So there's Johns. There's Albert Johns, the sort of weak-willed XO, standing XO. There's Flynn, the doctor, who like Reed absolutely despises. There's Laurie Clayton, the company exec, and there's Valerie Reed, the ex-marine. Of very short stature, the 4.5 foot marine.
I don't know. The doctor might be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't know much about him, so
Okay.
yeah, it'd be interesting.
Right. So
he has taken a shot though, just so you know.
Has he? Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
That's why you died, John, because you didn't.
Yeah.
That's
right. You'd have been immune to them attacks.
So there you go. So I'll give you ownership of him, and I'll drag him into players. There you go.
Okay.
There's I also need to provide you with, because obviously he's got some may or may not have information that you're not aware of. So I shall provide or not provide you with that or not in a moment. So you can look at while you're waiting for that, you can look over his character sheet, because there's information on there that might be of that you need to know anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right,
back to the people who are alive.
So I'll just say we need to get the hell out of here. Where is the closest elevator? We've tried getting Leia up the steps, and we can't do it. She needs to get up the lift.
I can probably help to get her up the steps.
Look at you. You're in no condition to be going up them either.
Can I stop this white fluid, Phil? Can I try and?
Yeah, it's kind of stopped. It's kind of stopped now.
All right.
It's sort of your systems will probably let sort of like close off the the veins and stop it from, so it's not just pumping everywhere.
I'm fine,
but yeah,
Wilson.
You can perform repairs on yourself.
We just need to get to safety.
Yeah,
and get to a med bay off some, get to the med bay.
So it's the lifts. It's the west or left-hand lift that's functioning.
Can I not carry him up, Davis, up the stairs?
You could probably sling Davis over your shoulder and still climb up the ladder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my plan. I know it's going to hurt Davis a bit, but
who cares?
Needs must.
Androids. Why would an android care about that? Okay. So what are you doing? Is that what you're doing? Going up?
Yeah, pick Davis up. So
if Cham's insistent, I'm going to let him try. But if Davis is like screaming hell out of place, if it's clearly like doing more harm than good, I'm going to say no, we can't.
I would think since Davis has got broken ribs, it would probably be hard to keep quiet, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I'm going to say we're hurting her. We're doing worse for her.
This is the most direct route. Trying to get Davis anywhere else is going to cause more pain and more agony. Moving her anywhere is going to cause injury. Right now, best chance.
I'll just say no. It's not. We carry one either end. We can keep her straight. Based on that, can't we?
No, with no stretchers. She's got a broken leg, broken arm, and broken ribs. Can't hold both her arms. Can't hold both the legs.
I'll intervene at this point. I'll intervene and just mention the speed of this thing. You saw the speed of that thing. There's no point. There's no way we can make it through these catwalks. We don't know where it is. It's already disappeared. It's not worth the risk. Let's just get her upstairs.
I'll just kind of like lean close to her then and say, "I'm really sorry about this, Leia. I'm so sorry. You gotta grit your teeth here. I'll try and find something for her to bite down on.
Jump on, yeah. I just say, just do it. Let's get out of here.
So Cham, are you doing anything about what you discovered in that corridor?
Oh, there's a body in the other corridor of a woman.
I'll go and have a look at woman.
I didn't get a chance to look. I obviously came out and took one to the jugular instead.
I'll go and have a look at woman.
Okay. So
I have 2 stress.
Is it called his jugular, or is it like the brake line or something?
Yeah, it's the fuel pipe.
Do I, Phil? Do I still have my signature item?
You do, yes.
Would that help?
What is it?
Well, you can use it to. Oh, actually, well, you got your signature item, which you can use to lower your stress. But are you talking about other things?
I also got. Did I get some stuff from the med?
You
thing
did.
As well?
You picked up some stuff from the med bay, didn't you? Yeah.
I had a little case somewhere, which is probably in here. Actually, it's probably in this junction.
Yeah, you grabbed well, it was only a small thing, so I would have thought you probably got it.
Oh, just on me. So I'll say I'll basically to kind of gurgle that, like, in the case. That'll help.
So which deck is this? It's deck C. So Wilson, you're going to go down and have a look in the corridor, and
yeah, well, it's attached to this, isn't it? From left.
Yes, you can go through that door, yeah.
So I'm going that way. I'm not going out into the corridor.
Okay.
There's no way.
Right, I'll stick you out there then for now. Yeah. So Davis is
mumbling about something in a case that I've got.
That you've got on you?
Yeah. There's like a little medical case type thing.
Well, I'm in corridor.
I can't speak sentences, so.
Yeah, I'm in corridor, so I can't help you. You'll have to keep saying it when I come back.
Well, Rye's there.
Yeah, Ryan.
And I'm there, so
yeah, you're both there. Yeah.
We can. Have I picked Davis up at this point, or is Davis still on the floor?
Well, I think he's still on the floor at the moment. Oh, she's on the floor, yeah.
Look for the case then that she's on about.
Okay, right. Yeah, it's a small like sort of pharmaceutical case. It's got and it's inside. There's several doses of some drugs. There are. Let me just get this up. Make a roll. There are 2 doses of Never Sleep pills. A 1 dose of hydration and 2 doses of Naprolieve.
Are these like tablets or shot injections or?
I'm just checking now. So 137. So Never Sleep are pills. So they're the fast act. So these are all sort of prescribed pharmaceuticals. So Never Sleep is a fast acting supplement that it basically stops you from going to sleep. So you can use it to stop. Fast acting supplement keeps you from going well past your bedtime. Excessive use can cause stroke or heart attacks. Hydration is an electrolyte solution, so it's a drink, like a little drink thing, or fluid of some kind, probably an injection, that counteracts dehydrating effects. And Naprolieve is an injectable instant pain reliever for all strains, stresses, and irritations. Recommended for use during any self-inflicted cesarean performed extraction from conventional fetus.
That's what I need.
Yeah, immediately reduces patient's stress level to 0. So yeah, it's a pain. It's a narcotic for release, a pain relief.
Yeah, sounds like that's what Davis needs.
Yeah. So that So that dopes up Davis and reduces Davis's stress level to 0.
Nice.
Each dose beyond the first. Forever. Each dose will be on the first in the same shift gives a -1 modification to all agility-based skill rolls. Not that that's an issue. I think you've got far better, bigger mobility problems than overdoing it with some morphine or whatever it is. Yeah. So that makes it possible to carry Davis without her screaming the place down.
Worst case scenario, we just hit it with the Never Sleep pills and Never Sleep stuff, and boom.
No, that keeps her awake, not puts her to sleep.
Drive us away wherever you need to go.
Okay, so meanwhile, Wilson, you go out into the corridor, and you can see at the north end, in the corner by this door, ahead of you, you can see this woman's body slumped in the corner.
Okay, I'll inspect it.
Okay, let me just find one out. So, right. This. So you get as you get up close, you're surprised to see that there's no, even though it's this woman's clothes are covered in like dust and other little bits of debris. Looks like she's been there for a while. There's no sign of decay or age. She's her body's completely intact.
But there's dust on her like she's been here for 70 years.
Yeah. So there's like your footsteps are the first to disturb this dust that lies on the floor in this end of the corridor.
Wow, that's very interesting. I'll look for ID on her, see who she is.
Okay, right. As you check her over, there's a name tag on a uniform that just says Ava. And as you're checking her over, she slides to one side, revealing a milky white substance congealed on the back of her head.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it seems to be coming from a head wound.
Well, that could be some good spare parts for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. If you've not got out on her, then leave her.
Okay. So yeah, it appears to be another android. It's like other than this head wound, she appears intact.
I'll leave her for now, and go back into the other room. I'll say it's another droid.
Okay.
With no way of getting her back. Maybe she could have told us more, but I can't fix her.
We might be able to do that later, but for now we need to get Davis to the med bay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Climb the stairs then, Phil, if we're ready to go. Where's the trolley at, actually, that we made to house the alien? Is that anywhere close?
That's right up on the at Junction A1.
Ah, right. No good then for putting Davis in the cage.
Okay, so you climb up. Just grab the tokens. So you climb up onto B deck. See that? You see B deck?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, so we're heading from there.
My tokens aren't on it, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be there.
My tokens are on.
No.
Beat that mine. I'll have to refresh.
Yeah, I can see all 4 people.
No, I can't.
Let me just check. Oh, sorry, it's because your permission's not set. Just a minute. There you go. Should be able to see it now.
Yeah, can see it.
Can you see it, Dave?
No. I'll refresh.
Oops. I put everybody's on, and that's wrong. Oh yeah, that should be right.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Right, cool. Radio. So yeah, you're up on the B junction B2.
Okay. I'll say you sort Davis out. I'll go to the survivors.
I think we should stick together. It's not safe to move around.
They're only a couple of rooms away. They're in mess hall, aren't they?
Where's the med bay? I don't know where the map is.
It's to the left.
Cronus deck B.
To the left.
Oh, yeah. Down and...
Yeah, and they're at the mess hall, which is just up from that.
So it's literally just next door, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, like I said, I want to go back to survivors to bring them over.
We can probably comm them, though, from the rooms. To tell them.
Try that then, yeah. Fair point.
Get them to come to us.
Yeah, you can raise use there's a intercom comms thing in here.
So move over to the med lab then. Or is it med pods we need or med lab?
So med pods are like basically automated like
I think we need that.
automated doctors like they can perform like
yeah, I suppose we've got to go to med lab first anyway because it's through there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm just gonna go nip to the wall.
So I've just sent you a wall of text, John.
So you have.
So this is what Flynn knows, as well as in addition to stuff that's on his character sheet.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So what are you guys doing?
Moving to the med lab.
Okay.
I'm carrying Davis.
Radio. So we're all going to the med lab then. Radio. I'll just drag everybody there.
So we're bringing Davis. Thinking at some point we should go back for the captain too.
Okay. So this is the med lab where there's a shelving with the specimen jars with those little aliens in, and there's another jar with these like that, some of that fungal growths in. There's a computer on one of the on the desk. And lying on the desk is one of these broken glass vials.
What do we think was in that glass vial? Is it one of the like alien vials, like that, the glass jars with the
Yeah, so it's one of these glass ampules that we're on about that are recovered from that planet, from that planetoid.
Right. I think the first thing has to be just going down into the med bay to med pod, just to get Davis in a pod.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you head down through the med lab, then through the corridor down to the med pods. So there's 2 older generation Pauling med pods. One of them has the glass is shattered on the like cowl, and the other is just like full of the interior of it's obscured by congealed and dried, decades old, like dried blood. But you can see like the flickering coming from within from what must be like a faulty light inside the pod. But beyond that, you can't see what's inside it.
Call Ryan, and so Ryan, can you get this thing working right? While I lay Davis in the thing, in the pod.
If that's something that I'm
guessing it's like a.
So yeah, you can just set
Comtech.
it. Well, it's not even that. You can just set it going.
Oh, is it? All right. Turn it on then.
Okay.
Press on.
So basically, it's like I say, it's like an automated doctor. It'll diagnose him and then attempt to perform any medical aid and surgery and stuff that might be required.
Yeah.
Right. So it gets a medical aid.
and get rid of radiation.
No.
I'm still glowing yellow.
So yeah, we need to come back to that as well. Your radiation, because every 10 minutes it starts to sort of dissipate. Gear, other equipment. So let's see. What's the diagnostics? Vision, tools, medical. Going to program a simple could be programmed with a simple checks. It's already programmed roll and has medical aid skill level of 10. Roll for the skill level only. Output, right, okay. Let's see. How do we this? So I'm going to base down 10. Jesus Christ. Oh no, it gets next to 3, doesn't it? That helps. No, it doesn't help. Okay, so yeah, it patches Davis up, sets the broken bones, stitches up any cuts, and gives you 1 health back.
Nice.
So so your leg, you still got broken. How many leg broken legs? Were it 1 or 2?
One leg, one arm.
leg, 1 arm and a rib.
2 ribs.
Yeah, so it administers sedatives and antibiotics and painkillers and things, which probably like disorientate you slightly, combined with the pharmaceuticals that you've already consumed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are there any air vents in this room, or access shafts are out?
No, there are not. Oh, right. No, there's not. No.
Okay. So it's theoretically all right to leave Davis in here. Without anything creeping up on her. I want to head back into the med lab for once Davis is in the machine and starting to recover.
Okay.
Are you going to get the others, Wilson?
Yeah. That's what I want him to do, basically. Get him on comms and tell him to come to med lab. We need to talk and have an update.
Have you consumed that information, John?
I have, yes.
Very good. So the comms in the mess hall crackles to life, and you hear Wilson over the comms. What you got to say, Wilson?
Yeah. I'll say you guys need to come to med lab. We need to talk. We've got an update on the ship.
Am I in the mess hall? Is that where I am?
Yeah, you're in the mess hall, so
I don't see my character doings.
Who's in charge of our crew now? The captain's dead. I guess it would have been Davis, but Davis is incapacitated.
So next in it would be Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah. So it'd be the captain, then
then
Davis, then
Wilson.
Yeah. then
I'm glad I'm
Cham.
We need to get Wilson Davis back alive.
Rise at the very bottom of the pecking order. Although she's probably gone up a notch since Cham's revealed himself as an android.
Do I get a pay rise or promotion?
Right. So,
just going to grab a drink, but I can still hear you.
Okay. So, so these two creatures in these jars, they're obviously dead. They're suspended in some kind of like preservative fluid. So beyond that, there's not really much to say about them.
Fair enough. We've seen them. We're waiting on others coming, as far as I'm concerned.
What's the general kind of thoughts of the people have around androids? Are the other crew likely to be intimidated or?
Well, I mean, it's so androids are probably in far wider use than they would have been 70 years ago.
Right.
And sort of obviously the models from that time aren't as advanced as well, although they were still sort of sentient.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's probably not a massive change between it. It's probably more in the attitudes that's attitudes towards synthetics that's changed more than anything else. So they're in more common use now, more widely accepted. But again, it's down to individuals. Some people just don't like synthetics.
Yeah, I'll say to Rye and Wilson, it's up to you whether you want to tell the others about me.
They're gonna know. Do your throats ripped out?
Well, I can cover that up, can't I guess, or
yeah, you could
do something in the interim to hide it or conceal it, perhaps.
Well, like a scarf.
Yeah, rather fetching scarf. Or like a fur mink.
No, a fuchsia pink one, I think.
The boa.
We could take steps to conceal it if we think their attitude will change towards us as a crew.
I'll look at Rye and see what her reaction is. And that.
Taking it all in, her reaction is, completely caught off guard. She had no idea. However, the android tried to hide this from everyone else. So let's just keep it a secret, as much as a secret as we can for now. If we can cover her over and stick a feather boa on her, then that's fine.
Deal with it if they find out later.
Well, we know, don't we? We've already had to pay the price, so yeah.
They're quite paranoid, so I'm willing to go ahead with that because it's going to make a bad situation worse for now. But we need to know, as in Ryan, me, and Davis, who the hell put you on this ship and what you're doing there.
Yeah, I think.
Why were you not declared an android? Because that's normal procedure.
I don't know why.
Who sent you?
You would know that, surely. My role on this ship was to protect the crew at all costs, including my own self-destruction if that was the price that had to be paid.
And in their defence, that's all we've seen, isn't it? Self-preservation in the defence of us at any cost.
I just said bullshit. I said bullshit. If that were the case, it would be overtly declared. There's no reason for you to not be declared as an on-ship android.
I have no idea. I know why I was here, which was to protect the crew. But that nothing changes as far as I'm concerned.
There's no in-game mechanic for player v player human perception, is there?
For what, sorry?
For like checking if he's lying or what. You have to take it on.
Yeah. You can. So that would be it would be an empathy
an opposed
check.
roll or something.
Yeah, it would be an opposed roll. So yeah, it'd be like an opposed empathy roll.
That's what I want to do then.
So this crew is my family, and if the crew is in danger, I'm to protect them with my life, if needs be.
Okay.
That's my what I'm here to do.
So yeah, Cham, if you can make a empathy roll.
Yeah.
I want to push that.
You don't need to.
No.
So yeah, you think he's lying.
That was my agenda, though.
Sorry?
That was my agenda for both Act 1 and Act 2.
Yeah. Well, don't say anything about that.
What happens in Act 3? Tell us.
I'll say, right, like I said, these people are super paranoid enough. We don't need them locking us out or turning on us. So if you want to hide the fact that you're an android, then I'll play along for now. But we might have to reveal it at some point.
Fine.
And say that, we always knew that you were one, and act casually.
Fine.
Okay, so Wilson's sort of gone over the comms. So you're Flynn. You're there in the mess hall.
Am I on my own or am I with everyone?
No, yeah. So others are there. So Clayton's there, Reed's there, and John's.
Okay, and just remind me.
John's and Reed are off to one side, talking. Clayton's off sat on her own, and you're sort of sat on your own. Although Clayton keeps looking over at you.
Okay. And what came over the comms then?
Do you want to repeat what you said, Wilson?
I said something like, everybody come to Med Lab, we've got an update on the situation with the ship. And that's what I said.
Okay, I'm going to look at Reed and Clayton and say, what do we do?
Right, Clayton just gets up and walks over to the comms. Says, why? You need more of an explanation of that. What is it we need to come to Medbay to see?
So we need to talk.
We can talk here. We're talking out. We to talk.
Davis has been hurt. Miller's dead.
Dead? You mean dead?
I didn't stutter, Clayton.
I'm gonna.
Miller's dead.
Did he fall down the stairs?
I'm gonna talk to Reed then and be like, Reed, she didn't take the injection, remember?
Right. So Reed's about to say something derogatory to you, and then that's right. Yeah. Clayton, she never took the injection, the inoculation.
That's right, she never did. I'll go ahead with that. Yeah, she didn't, yeah. And I'll say, no, she didn't, but that's not why she died. Like I said, we need to come together to discuss what we're going to do about all this shit. We've got to pull together.
Right, so Reed goes to Clayton and says, maybe that creature, that alien got him. That's still loose somewhere, isn't it? So Clayton comes back. So what happened?
I'm not having a conversation over a fucking communication link like this. Come together and talk about it face to face, and we'll figure out a way forward together.
What about my MCD? Where is it?
I'm not going to bother answering now. I'll cut it off and go, fuck this shit. People are dying left, right, and centre, and she's worrying about a stupid data pad.
I'm going to look at Reed and Clayton and just say, I'm not leaving this place, guys, if you're not.
Right, Clayton turns to John and says, Johns, we need to get there. I need my MCD. And one of them fuckers has got it. John is like, right, yeah, let's we better go down there. We better get to Med Lab then. Reed, let's go. Right, Reed picks up a kit and starts marching towards the door. She glares at Flynn, at you, Flynn, and she walks past. You can stay here, you worthless piece of shit, if you want.
No way, I'm coming with you guys. I'm not sticking around here on my own.
Right, she mutters something else and she walks past. Right, yeah, and they head out. So Clayton hangs back a bit though and says, "Come on, Flynn." Right, Clayton kind of hangs back a little bit and delays you slightly, letting Johns and Reed get a little bit ahead. Flynn, we gotta stick together on this. The company is gonna want some answers. I mean, we might be 70 years late, but there's still something to be made out of this. We can still make it big from this.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, Clayton. I just want to get off of here. I've seen enough to last me a lifetime. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's just get this started and get back in those cryopods.
Did you is that the urn I saw you? Is that the urn I saw you take you've got there? You brought back to mess?
That I brought back.
Yeah. You brought the urn back, didn't you, from the med lab?
No, I don't have it. Not in my inventory.
No, it's not in your inventory. No, it's but yeah, you brought. It's what they went to med lab for.
Oh yeah, I've still got it then.
Oh yeah, good. Right, keep hold of that. We're gonna need that. Right, and then she sort of strides off, calling after Johns. You keeping up with him?
Yeah, I'm trotting along. Yeah, looking behind me, looking everywhere.
Okay. Right then. So, Clayton comes back over the comms a few minutes later, saying, "You're right. We're on our way. I want my MDC, and you better have something worth our time to talk about."
We need to talk about this MDC, like as in me, Ryan, Wilson. What are we going to do? Have we got it?
We've not got it.
So they'll never let us alone until they have it.
We flip it on them, and we get them to reveal what the hell we're on it. We have no idea where it is, or at least I don't.
I've not even been to the quarters where it was.
I've tried telling her that, but she's unreasonable. It might end up being us versus her. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, I am.
I don't want it to be the case. I'd rather us all stick together because there's bigger fish to fry, pointing to air vents or whatever, or the thing that killed Miller. That's the real enemy.
Yeah. Talking of which, I'm going to go and get Miller's body and bring it back here.
Yeah, we brought it up, didn't we? No?
No, I had to bring Davis up. I was going to bring Miller, but we had to leave it at the bottom of the junction. Because obviously Miller was dead and Davis is alive.
Yeah.
So I want to leave Phil and go and get Miller.
Okay.
I don't think you should do it now. I'll say as you're going out. I think it's a bad idea to leave right now as they're coming.
I've nothing to really say to them. You speak for us.
Okay, so is Cham heading off then?
Yeah.
Okay, right. You head back.
It's not far, is it? It's only like across the corridor and down the steps.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just up to a med lab, back down the corridor, and down junction, down the ladder at junction B2.
Yeah.
So yeah, you head back down there, just narrowly avoiding meeting Clayton and the others as they come down the corridor.
Yeah.
And into Med Lab. Okay. Right. So, into Med Lab and down to Med Pods comes Clayton and Flynn and Reed and Johns. And Clayton says, "So what's the big news then, Wilson?"
So I'll outline what we've done. We've fixed the reactor drive, but we found evidence of part of the old crew. They were mutated.
Mutated? What are you talking about?
I mean, what I said, they've gone through some kind of transformation. I can't explain what it is. It's like they've just transmutated into something. One of them things.
This is bullshit, Wilson. What are you talking about? We've got enough to worry about with that thing in the wandering around the ship.
We have. That's only part of it. The main thing is the reactor. I believe Cham has fixed, right? But it came at a cost. One of them creatures, a fully sized adult creature, turned up and ripped apart Miller, the captain. It's also really hurt one of those other crewmen, Davis. Smashed her apart, practically. We've had to put her in med pods now, which is why we couldn't leave her. So I'm sorry for bringing you out here. We would have come to mess hall otherwise. But we're having to stay in this room to make sure that she ain't got that again. But we've got the reactor online. I think that I'm right in saying that, aren't I?
Well, you could ask Rye that. You were there.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure we've got the reactor online. So that the main thing left, I think, is something to do with the bridge. And then we can get moving and get back to civilization. The problem we've got is what are we going to do about this creature?
Well, we need to kill it.
Somebody's...
Or space it.
I don't know why, but somebody blew your android away as well.
What do you mean?
And I look at him for like sheepish looks. Like a sorry,
could have,
me, kind of look.
Nobody could have blown on. You're talking about Ava.
Yeah.
Nobody could have. There was nobody. She was the only one left on the ship that weren't in cryo.
Well, in that instance, then she probably blew her own brains out. But I don't understand why an android would do that.
So it weren't the injury. It weren't a shot, a gunshot wound or anything like that. It was looked like a blow to the like a blow to the back of the head.
Like a spiked tail.
Right. I understood it to be like back of her head blown out.
No. It weren't that serious. It was like it serious enough to take her offline, but not. But she was still possibly functional if she were repaired.
Mm.
But yeah, it was like a wound to the back of her head, just behind her ear, that had disabled her.
Interesting. I'll say, well, if she were only one there, then I don't know. Maybe the creature attacked her or something, but she was definitely down there offline with a wound to the back of her head.
Well, we could do with Ava back.
Why? What can Ava do?
She was responsible for running the ship while we were in cryo, and plus these things don't seem interested in synthetics.
If that's the case, something happened to her. Then you can't hit yourself on back of head.
Well, maybe one of them attacked. Maybe they got it. I can't say what happened. I was in cryo.
Well, yeah. Well, you keep asking us about this MDC claim. What was on it?
It's company property. You shouldn't need to know more than that, Wilson.
I am a company executive.
Exactly. Then you should know the importance of it. It's company property, and he's returning to me.
Look, and I'll kind of like step back and up my arms and say, look, we're stranded on a ship here, miles away from civilization. We're not going to get anywhere if we don't trust each other. You're throwing names out left, right, and centre, accusing us of nicking this stuff. We need to know what's on it. Then we've all got a better chance of surviving. And I'm going to try and manipulate her.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's
see, I need to get rid of the character sheet. Population.
8 dice and I roll 1 6. Unbelievable.
Right, let me just check. Forget how it works now. Skills. Where is it? Manipulation. Pause roll. First. No. Okay, right. So
Just going to see kids.
Yeah, just a minute. I'm having to look at a few different messages here.
Yeah, well, I'm snipping to kids, so.
Right, okay. Just a minute. One second. Just have to do it. Right, so Clayton says, so look, Wilson, we need it, and she sort of waves you to one side.
Yep.
She it leads you out into corridor outside the med where the med pods are. So look, we're both company. We both work with the company. We need to work together on this.
I agree. I'm not the one being obstructive.
Look, just calm your mouth for a moment. We can work something out. This is pretty fucking big. There's information on that MCD that is going to secure that will set us both up for life. But we need it. One of your crew members has taken it as that. I've got there's no doubt. There's nobody else on this ship who could have taken it.
Where did you have it? Where did you have it? Where did you put it?
It was in my
personal.
It was in my personal safe in my quarters. Somebody's hacked that safe.
I know for a fact that nobody's been into that safe.
Well, I think you're wrong, because somebody has been into that safe. I know for a fact that somebody has recently hacked my safe and taken the contents of it. Now you want to work. You want me to work with you. You work with me. Get me that MCD back, then we'll talk. And she walks off.
Am I back with Miller yet?
So yeah, you walk in into the corridor, running off the med lab just as Clayton sort of finishes talking to Wilson and walks back into where the med pods are.
I'll put Miller down somewhere.
Okay.
Would I know if anything growing inside of Miller would be dead, seeing as she's dead? Would I know that, or would I want to scan the body?
Interesting question.
Consider it an experiment. Maybe you don't know.
Yeah,
interesting question to ask over open comms. What's growing inside of us? What the fuck's going on?
Miller had a scan, didn't she? Miller had a scan and she got something in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an unknown, I suppose.
It was just me. It was just Davis and Miller, weren't it? That were in the med lab.
What, in the med lab at the moment?
No. At the time when we did the scan, it was.
I think I was there.
Were you there as well?
I think so. Yeah.
So, in which case, I'm gonna turn to,
because it was Cham and Rye. Oh no, Cham and Rye were down at the reactor.
Probably in the scrubbers or something, weren't we? Yeah. I don't remember it like that anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn to Clayton then and say, Clayton, we need to check that body and make sure the thing that's inside her died when she did.
How do you know something was in it?
Because we scanned her.
All right.
Scanned her.
So we all know now then.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
Right, Clayton says, yeah, you're right.
The only person that would argue is Miller, and she's dead. So
yeah, and you kind of know, Wilson, if you were in the room, that what I'm saying there's right. Then, so
yeah, I'll say that's right. She had a scan. There was something in her. Was it her esophagus or something?
It were in sort of sort of a chest, round her lungs.
There was something around her lungs, a shadow on her lungs. Could have been onset of cancer, could have been something completely different. Given the circumstances, we need to be sure, don't we?
Seems like everybody knows that Miller had something growing inside except me.
It was just when we had the shots.
Yeah,
Miller was super paranoid. She wouldn't take them. And they had to scan it to see if there was something there, and there was.
I can't help it if you guys don't talk to each other, but we need to be scanning that body.
Right. So while you're all talking, Reed's talking to Johns over in one corner, and then Johns announces, kind of nods at Reed and announces, yeah, we're. I think it's about time we maybe sorted the bridge out. So me and Reed are going to head up to the bridge and see what we can do. We need to get get some repairs done on the bridge, and then we can maybe get the Cronus moving again.
I don't think it's advisable to move anywhere on your own.
No, Reed looks at you and says, I can take care of us.
Is Reed the little thing?
Yeah.
She's the Rascas.
Yeah.
She's the 4 foot high, 4.5 foot marine.
Look, we've seen this thing kill Miller. It's been smashed with an axe and it's tough as steel. That pistol you've got ain't going to touch it, so I don't know how you're going to take it out.
That's it. We need a plan. We need
to scan this body here, otherwise we could have another one.
That is phase 1. I agree with the doctor.
Do it. I don't know why you're waiting. Do it.
Yeah.
Is there
if this is a threat to us, then we need to sort it out.
Is there a spare med bay? Or would they, one of them, I know one of them were bust. So if Davis is in the other,
so Davis is in one, although the med pod has essentially done its work. The other one is you don't know what's wrong with the other one. It's like I say, you can't even see inside. It's all caked up with God knows what.
Yeah, not touching that. Happy to not know.
But yeah, the med pod's done its work on Miller. She's just sort of resting.
On Davis.
Davis, sorry, yeah.
Just try and get Davis some like water or something like that, and sit her down, make sure she's all right. Ask her, "You all right?"
Do I feel all right? I mean, am I still in pain and stuff?
So yeah, it's painful, but not to the extent that you can't do anything anymore.
Yeah,
you're not broke. You've got a health back, so you're not broken. So you can move around. The med pod's done its job. So
I guess the sprained ankle's gone because that says until a med roll is happened.
Yeah, but you'll
How
still.
Can I delete them?
Yeah. So if you, where is it?
I can edit, but I can't seem to. Delete
so if you right click on the edit pen, there's a delete option.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other ones they obviously
take ages.
Take ages. So you'll have the broken ribs will give you that penalty.
Yeah. Got it. It's all on my sheet. It's fine.
And you so you can't walk unaided either. You need a crutch.
So I'll say, is there any crutches around?
So Flynn, you know there's some there's crutches and other like sort of supplies like that. There's even a wheelchair in storage in medical.
Yeah, I can only use one crutch, so maybe a wheelchair's better.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth playing a different character and like having that one as an NPC now? I don't know. Seeing as she's completely messed up.
I can fly with one arm. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
So Flynn, are you putting Miller's body in the med pod? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd like one of their crew to put.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll put Miller in.
Okay. Right. You put Miller's mangled corpse into the pod.
Look at Flynn. Is there what else you need me to do, or is that all right?
No, that's great. Thanks. I'll just run a scan now, and I'll slink over to the pod and and start the scan going.
Okay. So while you're doing this, Reed and Johns wander off into MedLab. So yeah, Flynn. So you power up the pod and run a scan, and to your relief, the thing inside has died with along with Miller.
Okay, and I'll pull Clayton to one side and just kind of whisper that under my breath, and say it looks like that thing's dead at the same time.
Right, she nods. Right, so, good work, Flynn. Good work. So yeah, you and me, we need to stick together, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll kind of say it'd be good if we could keep that body, you know, as in case there's anything we want to do in terms of investigating it, an autopsy or something, see what's gone on there, how it grows.
Yeah, if you want to perform, if there's any more info you can pull from that, by all means. But just be safe. We need to speak later.
Doctor, what's happening with the case? Is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead. Yeah. Can we get her into one of the cryopods? Just get her frozen.
Where are the cryopods?
I think it's essential in cryo room, aren't they, on deck A?
They're on deck A, yeah.
I think it is important, yes, but seeing as it's dead, that's not the right 100% immediate thing. That next task is what are we going to do? And how are we going to protect against this thing? I'm presuming you were running around on ship, and shortly after it grew to an adult size, you dove into stasis. Am I right?
So yeah, Clayton says, yeah. We locked ourselves in stasis. I think as far as we know, there was still one of those things running around the ship. Obviously,
Well, there's definitely been more than one.
Obviously, Ava wasn't able to deal with it.
Do you think we could get Ava back online?
Possibly.
So that would be useful.
Yeah. So Clayton, yeah, she says, yeah, that would be. It'd be an extra body, an extra pair of hands, if nothing else. She's useful for that.
Look at Wilson. Do you want me to go and get the synthetic?
Yeah, I'll nod. I'll say, yeah, I think it is worth doing. Yeah, just be careful.
I look at the other crew, the captain, and say, does one of you want to come with me?
So Johns and Reed have gone into MedLab. The rest of you are in
MedLab or Bridge.
No, they didn't go, did they? That's what they said they were going to do. But then
I'll walk into MedLab and I'll say to the captain.
Okay, one moment. One moment. So let me wait a minute. Lost it.
The snogging.
Right. That's right in front of me. So you leave the medpods room and head towards the med lab. As you're approaching med lab, you can hear Reed and John's talking. So John's you're sure you can hear John's like sobbing. You might be able to get a little bit sneak up to the door and maybe just earwig on what's going off.
Yeah, I'd like to try and do that.
Okay. So yeah, you creep up to the door, and you can just about hear them speaking through the door. Their voices are really muffled, but you can hear pretty much most of what's going off. And John's is is like proper sobbing, and he seems to be like talking about how sort of guilty he feels about abandoning the captain and the rest of the crew. But Reed's sort of she's like reassuring him and telling him, oh, you know, it was the right decision. You didn't have any other choice. And he's going, well, I'm no captain. I haven't got the confidence. I ain't got the leadership skills. And like Reed goes over to like sort of moves a bit close to him and like puts her arm around his shoulders. And John just suddenly stands up, pushes away. Suddenly, like Clayton, you notice Clayton stood behind you. Says, sneaking about, are we?
Turn around and go, what? Oh, I didn't want to interrupt anything. I think the captain's got a bit of a thing for the Reed.
We know what the captain's got. Right, she pushes, she like hits the button and opens the door and says, John, it's about time you grew a pair. She picks something up from one of the tables, picks up a med kit from one of the tables and heads back to the med pods. Reed, you're on company time. We need to get things back on track. She kind of glares at Carl and says, yes, ma'am.
I'll just say to all of them, I'm off to get Ava. I know where she is. Does anybody want to come with me?
Right, so Johns and Reed, they just ignore you. Just completely blank you.
I'll just go. As I'm walking past, mutter under my breath, wankers.
Okay. So yeah, what's somebody else doing?
So yeah, I'm just saying we need to discuss the way forward and what we're going to do and how we're going to stop this thing. There's too many people for cryopods, and I wouldn't necessarily trust them not to trip out again and take us another 70 years to get back.
Well,
even if we could go in them.
Johns is right about one thing. We need to finish getting the ship up and running, get the ship moving. It's the only way we're going to get out of here.
It is, but it doesn't solve the big teethy bastard running around the ship.
It doesn't.
Sooner or later, it's going to come looking for us.
But if we don't get the ship, if we don't move and get the ship moving, there's potentially going to be less and less of us to be able to do that.
No argument from me. Yeah. But it still doesn't stop the thing. What are we going to do about the thing?
I'll take Reed and Johns. We'll go up to the bridge and try and get things sorted. Perhaps you can sort out that problem, Wilson, and that other thing we spoke about.
Okay, Doctor, are you going to stay with us? Maybe your information on what this thing is might help us.
Right, so as Clayton's leaving, she like tosses Flynn the medical kit. Hey, that might be you. That might be you. See if you can patch these people up.
Yep, I'll grab it and as it flies through the air and drop it. And then scurry on the floor, pick it up, and be like, right, yeah, will do.
Right, she sort of gives you a knowing look before she turns and closes the door, and the door closes behind her.
Yep, I've got my med kit and my other luggage.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So I'll say I'm just gonna access this terminal in MedLab and see if there's any kind of information we can get. Maybe you wrote notes previously.
What are you wanting to find? What are you looking for on there?
Anything that might help us. Let's start with this one. Tell me who was out of the cryo room when you all went into stasis.
Nobody. Everyone got in that was around. We just left. We left the
Some
android.
were left out, I'm sure of it.
No. There was only us, and we were in the cryopods.
Is that right?
Yeah. Left the android looking after the ship.
What about the people who were dead on the ship? I guess they died before you went into cryo.
Yeah. We had that. We had one of those things running around the ship, but we got rid of it. It took a couple of crew at the time. Sounds like it's done the same to your crew as well. It's it's a beast of a thing.
Did you manage to kill them? Have you only ever encountered one? Did you ever manage to kill it? Kill any of them? Cham hit it with an axe, and I've shot one with a shotgun, and nothing happened. We need a plan to be able to kill it or get rid of it.
Just reading me notes.
Yeah, I know.
What's the Cronus' company man called?
Clayton. Laurie Clayton.
I'm just writing it down because I keep forgetting the names.
Okay, so while Flynn's reading his notes, so Cham, you head down back down to sea deck and make your way to Ava's inert bodies lying in the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah. You have a quick look over, and she's took an unlucky hit to the back of the head that's disabled her, but it's not the damage isn't serious. You could probably quite easily repair it.
Is there any way I can kind of interface with it or like that? Or
it'd probably be just as easy just to repair her.
Right. I just want to drag her back then.
I mean, you could.
Can I repair her there?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah, well, I'll do that then. I'll start.
Okay, just need a comtech roll.
Okay, one sec. Comtech.
Where's my bloody notes?
I don't think I've got. I've got. No, I can't repair her.
Right. Okay. Okay. So. Let's see. So you do, yeah. So you do manage to. You think you can actually repair it, but it'll take a bit longer than if you persevere. But it'll take a bit longer than you thought it would.
Okay.
So it might take you a good half an hour or more. rather than like just a quick 5-minute patch up that you thought it would be?
I think I need to just get back then with her, and then do the repairs in the med lab with everybody else. Can I carry it or drag?
Oh yeah, you can carry it easy.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
And drag her back up.
Rightio. So, let me just hand that over. Where are we? No. Second. Right. Yeah, the person who sent me that message, you should be able to see that now in the journal. Yep, you do. Yes. Right. So, back in med, in the med pods room, med lab, med pods. What were Flynn? I think you were gonna.
Yeah. So yeah, Davis asked about what did you say? Did we kill any or?
Yeah, have you killed any?
Yeah, I think we got rid of one, or we flushed it out of the airlock or whatever. But yeah, we had them running around the ship, or we had one running around the ship. But I'm pretty sure it would have gone. Otherwise, we'd all be dead by now.
Okay. So, I guess we need a plan that isn't shooting it or attacking it. Similar idea. Can we lure it somehow? We've got a cage that we built. Could we somehow lure it into the cage?
Unless someone's willing to sit inside that cage, I don't know how it's going to work. Best thing I can suggest is stay away from it.
That's not an option, though, is it? Because it's going to come looking for us.
If we can get in the cryopods and lock that down, we should be all right.
Yeah.
Do you know, Doctor, do you know what these files Clayton's after?
Are you asking me in character or?
Yeah. I'll ask you straight out.
Not really. No. I mean, I'm not really involved in company business. I leave that to Clayton. She just tells me what I need to know, and other than that, yeah.
This is a research vessel. You're one of the main researchers. Whatever it is, I'm guessing it relates to your profession.
Hold on a sec.
So Flynn's you were just one of the
I'm just
doctors.
a junior.
A junior doctor, one of the ship's junior doctors. You weren't part of the research team.
Yeah, I just worked under Cooper. Just helped out here and there. Didn't really do much myself.
Right. So it could be Cooper's files then. Do you have access to Cooper's files now that you are the main doctor?
I've not tried, to be fair, I don't know. He never passed anything over to me, so they might be locked. He might have password protected them. I mean, from what I remember, there wasn't much really that we managed to find out anyway.
Right.
So I'm not sure what you'd want to find in there. You know what the company's like; they're always trying to wheedle information out and that.
I am the company doctor. For all intents and purposes.
Am I back, Phil, with Ava?
Yes, you're probably. We can say yeah. Why not? You've returned. So yeah, Cham returns with the Ava synthetic over his shoulder.
Ah, you found her. How's she doing?
Yeah, I tried to do some repairs, but it's going to take a little bit longer, or I might need some help. But I think it definitely looks like she can be brought back online.
Why don't you try and do that then? Because the sooner we can get her online, we've got an extra body to help, eh?
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably need about half an hour.
Yeah.
I just set to work on Ava in the med lab, Phil.
Okay.
Or Medipod, wherever we are anyway. Wherever there's enough space to kind of lay her on a slab and start connecting wires together.
Radio. So what's everybody else doing? If anything.
Has anyone else got any injuries? I'm
just gonna help Davis make sure that she's recovering and that.
You could probably tend to Davis and give her some more first aid.
Yeah.
How's everyone else doing? I can scan you if you want. Make sure that you've no injuries or anything.
Fine. Where's Clayton and Johns and Reed?
They're at the bridge.
Thought we weren't going to split, separate.
They took it on themselves to do it, didn't they?
I'm not sure we can trust them.
Is there a reason not to trust them, Doctor?
No, there's no reason why we shouldn't trust them. We're only here to achieve one thing, and that's to get back to base, get this ship up and working.
Right.
I'll just keep myself to myself and start working on Ava.
Okay. Right, so is anybody else doing anything at all, or?
No particular.
Once
trying to stand up.
Okay, so just are you? Is Flynn doing tending to Davis or?
Well, I guess in a way, waiting to see if anyone's responding to my offer of medical assistance or scanning. If you think
I will. Yeah. I'll send. Yeah, I'm paranoid more than most. Yeah, let's make sure.
Yeah, and you guys as well. Person, and I just kind of point to people because I can't remember the names.
I will try and broach the subject completely off comms with Cham being an android and me not knowing.
Did Ryan not know Cham's an android then, or?
Not until she started leaking white stuff out her neck. No.
Okay.
Him.
You're the sheep. You're the sheep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I'll try and in the shadow wherever Cham's going. Just wait until there's nobody around, just so I can broach the subject of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do while you're doing that. I'll do a scan on Wilson.
Okay. So what have you got to say to Chams then?
I'll leave it up to them. They'll see kind of like the shock and disappointment in my face, and just some kind of expectation of an explanation. That makes sense. Unless this android doesn't understand human emotion.
No, I can understand that, can't I?
Yeah.
I've been with the crew a long time, haven't I?
Yeah.
I don't know how, a long time. I don't know how long it is, but
as long as Raya's.
Yep. Well, we're supposed to be bros, and I had no idea. That's the reason of this approachment. This, what the fuck is going on?
It makes no difference whether I am human or synthetic. Surely, our relationship and what we've done together over the years still counts for something.
Is Ray aware of androids and their significance in this?
Everybody knows about androids. They're like in widespread use everywhere.
Yeah, but completely metagaming and bringing in the cinematic thing into it. I'm aware that they're frowned upon. Is that something that Ray would pick up on?
You're aware? Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
Well, I know that synthetics and androids weren't accepted, as it were.
Well, it depends. You go on, sorry.
And if it, I feel kind of betrayed that I didn't know. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I didn't know if this is like a normal. I can't just accept that somebody that I would call my best friend, best bro, chum, or whatever you want to call it, is simply turn around and.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, what's Rye's opinions on synthetics? I mean, like I said, people have all sorts of opinions, and some people hate them, some people don't trust them, some people don't mind them, some just regard them as just objects and just machines, regardless of the level of intelligence and whatever. And some people, accept, even to the extent that some people accept them as almost as like family members. And so it's up to you how how you view synthetics. But the fact that you've that there's possibly a sense of betrayal, maybe, that it's like a pretty major secret.
Yeah, so pretty pissed off I didn't know this. And in any situation, you wouldn't just go away and silently see if you'd broach it with the person, I'm going to guess. But this is not a person, so I'm just going to kind of shadow them and just be like, what's going on? Why is your blood not red? Sort of thing. Knowing full well that they're an android.
Yeah, I mean, I am a synthetic. There is no hiding that fact now that you've seen what's inside me. But revealing that to you or anybody else served no purpose, and it would have restricted my ability to serve as a crew member aboard the Montero.
I'm really not happy with that answer. She's still pretty pissed off. Just kind of silently seething, just shaking her head.
I can understand that you may feel betrayed, but now that my secret is out amongst the crew of the Montero, then perhaps we can continue, to serve as crew members and get to safety. We've got to figure out how to deal with the xenomorphic entity on this ship, and then get the ship working, and get back to safety. That's all I want to do now.
Yeah, Ra will agree with the second part, but the whole crew first thing and crew safety thing, she's definitely sus. She's not happy in this situation. She's just kind of very disappointed. But if it push comes to shove, she'll push the robot in front of her and let them die again.
Okay, so go on.
No, just disappointed, I guess, is the term.
Okay. Has anybody else got anything to add, or something that they're wanting to something separate to that?
No.
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 Okay. Right. So at this point, there's a bit of a stutter comes from Ava, and her eyes flicker open, and she says, "Whoa! Oh!" And she looks around and says, "Who are you?"
I'll call the others over if they're not with me in this room.
No, we were in med pods. The doctor was scanning me, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll call over Flynn and the rest of the Montero crew. But I'll say to Ava, we are. I'm a member of the Montero USS, whatever it is, Montero.
USCSS.
USCSS Montero. We answered a distress signal from the Cronus. Members of your crew are still alive. Some are in the bridge. Johns, Clayton, and Reed. And Flynn is with us in the next room. And I'll shout, Dr. Flynn, Dr. Flynn. Ava is active.
Okay, so Flynn gives you a clean bill of health. There's no sign. The inoculation has definitely cleared up any signs of any possible infection from the parasite.
Cool. Oh yeah, I'll just say, yeah, you're good to go, Wilson.
I'm good. There's nothing in me.
Nope, nothing in you, and I mean, you've got a bit of elevated stress hormones and that, but I guess that's just based on what you've seen recently.
Yeah, I would say so.
I can give you something to help calm you down if you'd like.
No, I need to be alert. No, thank you, though. It's good to know that there isn't one of them things sticking inside me.
Yeah, you don't want one of those. And then I guess I'll hear Cham shouting. Be like, oh, it sounds like he's got Ava back on.
Right.
And then I'll go through.
Okay. So as you go through, Ava's just getting to her feet. Says, Dr. Flynn, can you vouch for these people?
I'll be like, yeah, they found us. It's a long story about what happened on the ship. It seems like we've been out for a while. I think we need to catch up and understand why you went offline and when you went offline.
I was attacked while I was attempting to gather samples from one of the xenomorphs, and I was attacked.
Who by? The xenomorph?
The xenomorph did not like me trying to take samples from it.
Oh well, how long after this was after we went into cryo?
I'm not sure. Several weeks at least.
In what way were you trying to collect samples from it?
I was trying to what's the word? My network's a little. I was trying to kill it.
Okay. Right.
Did you identify a way that could have succeeded?
Indeed.
Please enlighten us.
Oh yes, of course. Fire is most effective.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it got a little out of hand with my experiments. I'm afraid there is some damage to the bridge and other areas of the ship.
Oh yes, we've seen that. The damage to the bridge. How were you harming it with fire? What were you using?
Let's see what's it called.
A flamethrower.
I dreamt it, but didn't we find a flamethrower, or we had one on our ship?
You had one, yeah. You had one on your ship, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I seem to recall seeing one.
Was that from the ship or just on our ship?
It was on your ship.
Oh, right. That would have been good, wouldn't it?
Oh, speedo, that's why I can't see that. So she says I was experimenting. I was trying to conduct a sterilization protocol using the quin tricetylene in the cargo bays.
That basically fuel.
It's quin tricetylene is basically napalm.
Right. Nice.
Brilliant. I said, Ava, I could kiss you. That's genius.
And is there more of this quinacetylene in the cargo bay?
Oh yes, there's I believe at last count, and she seems like sort of stops and thinks there was 7 barrels remaining in the cargo bay.
Ava, how did it get out of hand? And then I'll look at the other crew and be like, if she was able to burn the ship, I fear that we might set the entire ship on fire and end up killing ourselves.
Quin tricetylene is a highly unstable substance.
Whoa. Well, did you find a way, Ava, of containing the xenomorph you called it?
I found fire to be quite effective.
Yeah, I don't mean kill it.
Fire is also essential for destroying the fungal nodes.
Ava, did you manage to contain and narrow down the use of this napalm substance? We're thinking of using it, but want to make sure we don't destroy the ship in the process.
I'm afraid I didn't reach the point where I'd refined the process.
What stage did you get to?
Burning down the science lab.
What was your method of delivery for the napalm? How were you firing it at the xenomorph?
Unfortunately, my options were severely limited, so I resorted to putting it in bottles and throwing it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it works against them.
I was under the impression that there was an incinerator unit somewhere on board the ship, but I've been unable to locate it. Although there are two bolt guns and a cutting torch down the cargo bay.
Yeah.
It's way too dangerous, guys. We're gonna have to contain it. We can't. We're gonna end up blowing ship up.
Is it true, Ava, that the xenomorph ignores you because you're a synthetic?
That is correct.
So you're able to move freely around the ship.
So long as I don't interfere or cause an obstruction to the xenomorphs.
Right. So it's possible that you could go to the cargo bay and retrieve it without endangering yourself.
Indeed I could, and so could you.
I've got a better idea. Now Ava's online, we get her with the welding torch and we seal it in the lower decks, in the cargo hold.
How does Ava know I'm a synthetic? Just out of character.
She's able to sense it.
Right.
I would
Wi-Fi
imagine
is interconnecting.
Infrared or something like that. Surely you're not the same temperature.
No heat.
As us.
Yeah, no heat or whatever.
Yeah.
And she recognises that scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We can get Ava to go down with the welding torch and seal it in the cargo hold.
But we have to get it into the cargo hold. If we can get it into the cargo hold, why couldn't we get it?
Space it.
And space it or blow it up or whatever.
Why space it though? If we can contain it.
Because
if we can contain it,
highly dangerous.
Yeah, it's already killed.
It's already killed 2 people and one person and a robot. Then if we're going to contain it, get shot.
It's killed Miller.
No. Look, let's not overreact because Miller was
a good captain.
A good captain, yeah, a good captain. I had a lot of respect for Miller, and I was as shocked as anybody else when she died. But the point is, we were forced into a position where it attacked us. If we can make sure that it's not going to attack us, then this is a brand new, completely different life form, guys. This is massive, absolutely massive. There is not anything like it in what we know or believe, right? And even if we don't like it, if one shows up, another can show up. So it's better to study this one and figure out how we can defend against it. If we space it and throw it out into the universe in the middle of nowhere, we'll never find it again.
But there are other samples on this. There's a couple of things in jars. And then there's a dead one in, wherever that was in the.
Correct, but there's to back me up. There's a limited amount of information you can glean from a corpse. Studying it in an actual habitat is far preferable. You can study its patterns, its behaviours.
That is true. I wouldn't want to be hanging around in cryo chambers if that thing's loose in the ship, though.
No, absolutely. Definitely. And if it came to like it killing us or us killing it, then definitely we waste it. But if there's a way of not doing it, and Ava's said that it'll not attack her, then we can seal it down in the lower decks and solve all those problems.
I mean, I don't know much about the cargo hold. I didn't spend loads of time there. Warehouse operatives with the BMS people, but I don't know how sealed off that is. If you seal the door, if there's ventilation shafts or access corridors.
There will be. That's what I'm saying. We need to seal them.
And ask Ava. She might know.
What do you think, Ava?
So it says yes, it is possible to seal off the freaking deck, is it?
D deck.
Seal off the vehicle beyond D deck. It's necessary when depressurizing. Might I interject?
You might.
Of course.
Says I did make good use of my time while the crew was in hypersleep, and I took this opportunity to study the life forms on the ship.
Okay.
It says and I myself understand have come to develop an understanding of the basics of their life cycle and their combat capabilities and other aspects of their makeup.
Okay, I mean that's interesting, Ava. I think it'd be interesting for Johns and Reed to hear this as well.
I also was able to study the second life form.
We have seen 2 different life forms, haven't we?
I think we've seen
spacesuits.
Yeah, we've seen several, but I don't know whether the one grows into the other or you know.
Are you referring to the ones that mutated the crew?
Ah, indeed, yes. I refer to them as abominations.
Yeah, we found one of those.
Do we know? Explain them to us then. Do we know how the crew contracted that condition?
If we, so I'll interject
yes.
and Ava, I think we need to just hold on until the acting captain's here and Clayton from the company, rather than repeating ourselves. If you want to hold on, and we'll call them down, or we'll go up to the bridge.
As you wish, Dr. Flynn. You were a senior officer present.
I'm not sure that we need to wait, Dr. Flynn.
Yeah.
Surely Ava can tell them when they get back.
No, I think we should call them now, bring them down here, or we should all go up to the bridge.
I look at Wilson.
Why? Well, no, it's not anything that can't be repeated.
No, but if we're coming up with plans for dealing with this this monster or this abomination or whatever it is, I think it's important that my crew's involved in that discussion.
Oh,
it is after all my ship, or our ship.
Not disputing that at all. I just can't see why she can't tell us now and then tell us again.
Okay, well, if I'll go over onto comms and just let them know of the development.
Fine. Ava?
So yes, I'll try and get Johns or Clayton on board on comms.
Okay. Who are you gonna call for, Johns or Clayton?
Clayton.
Which one of them don't like you?
Reed that don't like him.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not telling Reed. He's mean to me.
Right. So yeah, Clayton answers your hail on the comms. Says, what is it, Flynn?
But hey, Clayton, the other crew they've got Ava online. She's figured some things out and she's ready to tell us. I think it'd be good for you to come down and hear. And also got some ideas around how we could maybe deal with this alien thing that's running around the ship.
Right. Well, we think we've solved the problem with the piloting station. So we think Johns thinks if we can cannibalize the damaged station, we should be able to get it the second pilot station back up and running. And we only need one station to pilot the ship, but we need some. Ideally, we need somebody who's better skilled in comms in Comtech to get it working. Is any of the Montero crew skilled in that area?
I can put myself forward as long as is it driving the ship? Because if the pilot's still alive, then obviously the pilot's better.
No, the pilot station needs repairing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I can try.
Yeah, one of their crew's able to have a go at it. Would you like us all to come up there?
No. I'll send. I'll come down. I'll come down with Reed, and Reed can escort him back up.
Okay.
Can I try and hoodwink Cham into coming with me?
Sorry?
Can I try and hoodwink Cham into coming with me?
You don't need to.
Eyes thing, like
I'll just come with you. I don't think we should split up.
So we all go in then.
Well, no. At the minute, they're going to send two of them down to then take you away from us, which that's not right.
Sounds sus, doesn't it?
Do we all need to be in MedLab? Why don't we just all go to the cockpit?
Yeah, let's all go to bridge.
The bridge.
I think so.
Yeah.
Clayton's on the way down. We can wait here, can't we, guys?
No.
No. We don't want Rye going on his own to the bridge.
That's not happening.
Yeah. The crew of the Montero is a family. We stick together.
Except for your captain.
Well, we could bring him as well. So there's likely to be some confrontation, Wilson, with Reed and Johns, or not Johns, Clayton.
Why are we thinking this?
Because they want to take Rye off to fix the bridge, and we don't want to leave Rye to go with them. We should be sticking together.
But in the same breath, we all want to be getting this shit moving, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, but there's nothing for us here, is there? We're not doing anything here.
No,
we're not doing anything, yeah.
We're not.
If we want to take some medical, supplies or whatever, we could do that, but...
Yeah, we're not doing anything here, so we're better off moving. We're better off moving to the bridge.
Yeah. Surely we can help fix the bridge to a degree.
Yep.
Yeah, there's stuff around the bridge, isn't there? I mean, I can help fix the bridge, plus there's... What deck is it on, B?
Yeah.
There's other things, isn't there?
Yeah.
The bridge B deck is heavily populated.
Yeah.
Let's try and get the ship going, and then we'll take it from there.
So we're waiting for Reed to come, and then having the discussion with Reed about us all going. Is that the plan?
Strength in numbers. Yep, that's good with me.
Yeah.
So there is the shotgun still. Who wants that?
I did pick that. I did pick that up.
You've got that.
Yeah,
I've got that. But if somebody else wants it, then I'm not proficient in it. But if somebody else wants it, they can have it.
I'll have it if you want.
Sure.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing? You waiting for him to get here, or are you just setting off?
We could just set off and meet him and save time.
Yeah. She's going to come down the corridor, so...
Yeah, but in saying that, we've not agreed a path, have we? And it's quite busy upstairs.
I think it's pretty direct, though, from the med lab.
No.
There's just one corridor all the way up to...
Yeah.
We're not changing decks, it's just straight up the corridor.
Yeah, they'll come down the west corridor, and we can go up the west corridor.
Sure, fine.
We'll meet.
Yeah.
And the corridor's not a good place to have a discussion, so we'll end up having to go back to somewhere, which is most likely the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go.
Okay, so Davis, the wheelchair is sort of a powered wheelchair, so you'll be able to move yourself.
Oh, good.
With your one good hand. Roll a piloting skill.
I'm now the guy off the Nemesis board game.
Yeah, you're the guy in Resurrection, aren't you?
Okay.
You're the token disabled person now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So you head up out of MedLab then, and you do indeed meet Clayton and Reed heading down the west corridor. In fact, you bump into them outside the corporate suite, outside Clayton's corporate suite.
Yeah.
And so, What's going on? We were coming to you.
We decided we were doing nothing productive in Med Lab, so we thought it would be better to just meet on the bridge.
Right, Ava goes, hello, Agent Clayton. And Clayton just totally ignores and just talks over top of her as if she's not even not even oblivious to her even being there. Says, right, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Off you go.
So
bridge.
Turns around. So yeah, you all head up to the bridge then.
Yeah.
Let's drag everybody up to the bridge.
Good result. Can I have Agent Clayton as a rival? Really don't like Clayton.
There's multiple rivals. Can you have multiple rivals? Reed's not brilliant either, is she?
No.
So it's Jones, Clayton. Let's see, we need the rest of people. Now just drag from thing. Not Cooper, he's dead. Ava, Ava. It's Ava. Oh, that's Ava. You haven't seen a picture of Ava, have you?
No.
Future Ava? Is that what he said?
What? I said you haven't seen a picture of Ava.
She's quite hot.
Very nice.
Ava looks like somebody else that we've seen.
She looks a bit like me, actually. And what was it? We had the ID card of that person.
Tenwick.
Yeah.
You look at Tenwick.
Do we still have Tenwick's thing somewhere?
Somebody's got it.
Somewhere.
It's on the Cronus keycard tab of the
I can't see that.
journal.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have it expanded.
They probably use the same artwork, can't they, for
Yeah.
just change the hair.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe they're all androids.
Similar, aren't they?
Okay, so you all make your way onto the bridge. Why is the bridge all dark?
You do.
Sure, why the bridge is all dark.
Yeah, I can't see my tokens now.
No, I can't.
That's odd.
Yeah, same.
Let me just I'll delete him and pull him back on again.
Yay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's dropped off.
Go. Jones.
Been kidnapped by the crew of the Cronus.
Clayton.
Going to do an experiment on him.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you all sort of congregate up on the bridge. So Clayton shows, or rather, John shows Reed shows Rye the pilot station, and shows him like, oh yeah, we can cannibalize bits from station 1 and then rebuild station 2. It should take about a shift's worth of work, but it'll be far easier.
Okay.
So do you think you can handle that?
Yeah, right, can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So John sort of wanders off and goes and sits in the captain's chair on the bridge. Sort of hits a switch and the blast shields open up on the viewports, and he sits there, sort of literally staring into space.
I'll address Clayton specifically, and I'll say, Clayton, we've found a way to contain what Ava's calling a xenomorph, an alien.
I see. Ava starts saying, during your time in cryos, in hypersleep, I was able to study the life forms. And Clayton cuts in and says, Ava, that's company classified information. I'd be thankful if you didn't share that with people outside of this the crew of the ship. She says, very well, Miss Clayton.
I'll look at Clayton like, yeah, like, really, you know. And I'll say, wow. I just say, wow. You know, you're really making it hard.
What you need to do, Lee, is walk up to Clayton like Will Smith did and give him a slap.
Oh, God.
It's a girl.
I thought we were going to do a full session without mentioning Will Smith. I thought we were nearly going to do it.
That's what you need to do. Walk up to Clayton.
So close.
Open-handed.
So close.
You missed the beginning as well.
I know.
Yeah. So Ava sort of waits for a moment. If with your permission, Miss Clayton, I shall assist the crew member of Montero called Ryan repairing the pilot station. And she sort of gives a disinterested nod and just completely ignores her again. So Ava comes over to you, Ryan, and offers her assistance.
Clayton, are you listening to me? I don't think you fully comprehended what I said. Rather than killing the thing, I found a way of restricting it to the lower decks until we get back.
You want to try and catch one of these things? Are you fucking crazy?
Maybe.
Didn't it just tear a hole straight through one of your crewmen?
It did.
And wiped out.
It did, yeah.
Wiped out God knows how many of our crew.
Yeah, Wilson's really excited, so he's volunteered to go and trap it in the lower part of the ship, I think.
Yeah, I look almost excited, and I'll say that's the beautiful thing about it. We don't even have to get near it. Ava will do it.
But it's not going to follow Ava. It doesn't care about her.
Exactly. It doesn't care about Ava.
So how are we going to get it into the place where we want to trap it?
That's practically where it's skulking about now. We just have to find that's the little bit of the plan that we need to work together to find out. Once we do that, brand new life form in its own habitat until we get back to civilization. Then we'll get the company to send bigger ships with better facilities to practically herd it into a container.
I think it's a suicide mission. It killed Wilson, Miller, and almost killed me.
It would be a suicide mission for us, not for her, not for it.
I think it's bullshit that Clayton's keeping us in the dark. Ava knows information that could help us all.
Yeah.
And yet, she's fixing a machine and we're not being told anything. If
I remember rightly, says Clayton stepping up, it says, the only reason you were here is we're on answering an SOS, a distress beacon. Your only concern here is our safety, really.
No, that's not true. That is part of it, but our main mission is to make sure that we get the Cronus and the crew and its cargo, meaning the xenomorph, back.
Whatever
That's direct from the corporation.
I reckon you two corporate guys can figure it out between you, but the reason for us being here was to answer distress signal. But now we're all in distress, and we need to help each other. And you're not sharing what you know. So if you want the help of us, you've got to let us help you by telling us what's going on.
It would be helpful to know as much as we can.
Right,
I'm not sure you should be fixing. I'm not sure you should be fixing that pilot station until we sort this mess out.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll shrug and look at her expectantly.
All right, Clayton says we need that pilot station up and running. Worst case scenario, we can go back into cryo.
You want to go to cryo? Go to cryo.
Well, looks like we're at an impasse, Clayton. There's no reason not to tell us.
So Ava sort of speaks to her and says, Miss Clayton, the information I hold would be vital to protecting human life aboard the Cronus. Clayton starts to say something, and then John sort of turns around in his chair, says, "We should do everything we can to protect our fellow crewman, Ava." He says, so Ava goes, Captain Johns, you are the ranking officer. So John sort of pulls himself up in his chair. Says, "Yes, I am." Says, "What have you? Tell us what you can, then, Ava." Clayton she storms off over to one side of the bridge and Wilson, can I have a word?
Yeah.
Right, so Ava says, what would you like to know?
You were going to tell us about the different life forms earlier.
Indeed. Oops. Close that down.
Perhaps you could tell us your findings of your experiments.
There are two separate life forms aboard the ship. One of the life forms that I have dubbed neomorphs were native or originated on the planet on the where is it? On LV 113. The second life form is a product of experimentation aboard the Cronus.
Say what?
Who was conducting the experiments to create the second species?
You misunderstand me. The experiments were not to create a species. The species was created as a side effect of experimentation.
I see.
Same difference? It's still got created on the Cronus, no?
They weren't trying to create it, though. The purpose was something else.
What was the experiment that ended up creating the second species?
The purpose of the experiment was to produce an inoculation against the parasitic infection.
Right. And it ended up causing mutation in the human.
Somewhere in a grave. Vanessa Miller's going, vindication!
Well, she had the thing inside her.
She did, yeah.
Either way.
Wait, so sorry, just say that again, Phil. What did...
It was caused by the experimentations on the inoculation. So was the inoculation then later successful, as in the inoculation that we've all taken?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
The inoculation was developed by Dr. Cooper and Dr. Flynn from the biological agent AB3959X9115.
And does the inoculation now work, or
the inoculation successfully eliminates the parasitic infection to turn it into a benign tumor? Unfortunately, a side effect of the inoculation is to cause an extreme and violent mutation in many of those who it is administered to. Anyone who has been administered the inoculation is of high likelihood to become what I have termed an abomination.
and that's everybody except Miller. Sorry, the captain.
Yeah,
dead.
The dead captain.
Yeah.
Who was infected? So either we were infected, otherwise either we get infected and die, or now we get turned into an abomination
and die.
And die. Well, not necessarily. There's a living one in the reactor core.
No, we chopped it up.
Yeah, there was.
There was a living one.
Was. Seemed quite docile, didn't it? And not as aggressive as the others. It was still strong and armoured, but not nasty.
There is Ava continues. There is a small probability of resisting the contamination from the inoculation, though in majority of cases it is proves fatal.
Does it include nuclear radiation?
No. The body's natural defences is sometimes able to stave off the infection.
Mutation.
Sometimes this is temporary. Sometimes this is permanent.
Ava, what's the average time for the mutation to manifest into either benign tumour or, whatever mutation it causes? Is it weeks, months, years?
Says the abomination does not produce a parasite. It causes an aggressive breakdown and mutation of the subject's DNA. The stages, from my observations, take 7 to 8 hours to incubate.
Is there multiple stages, or is it just in 7 to 8 hours you become an abomination?
There are indeed multiple stages. I've observed 4 stages of the abominations. The first stage, the infected person experiences anger, confusion, and extreme acidosis. On a physical appearance, the skin begins mottling, beginning with the subject's extremities and moving inwards towards the core body. Sometimes the subject's skull begins to soften and elongate as their brain grows and is rewired. By the end of this process, by the end of this stage, this process becomes excruciatingly painful, and causes violent episodes in the infected persons.
And just so we're clear, is everyone on the Cronus has had the inoculation, and everyone on Montero has had the inoculation?
That I'm unaware of.
I look at Flynn. Have you given the inoculation to everybody?
Yeah, we've all had it. Well, except for Cooper. He said he took it, but he didn't. And then that's when he got that spore that exploded out of it. Yeah, and that's ultimately what was going to happen to your captain, because she wouldn't take the injection either. I think what's interesting, Ava, is through the stages you've explained there, myself, Johns, and the rest of the crew that are here now, we're not exhibiting those symptoms, so that would imply that we have the immunity against that. Would that be your hypothesis as well?
I'm afraid, Dr. Flynn, the process of hypersleep would have halted the progress of the infection.
So you're just as fucked as the rest of them.
Do we know when we took the injection before hypersleep?
Yeah, so you took it just before.
Like
Flynn also took a dose
within about an hour. Within about an hour of before going into hypersleep.
Okay.
Flynn's been double dosed because Miller was paranoid, and Flynn said, "I'll take one." If you don't believe me,
I had my booster.
Flynn said his booster. He's going to grow 2 heads.
We need a new character soon, John, again.
Right, so Ava continues and says, stage 2 I refer to as the mutant, and it exhibits aggressive dementia and cerebral dysmorphia. As the cellular mutations become more and more painful and ravage the body, causes them to take on an aggressive posture. The subject's limbs distend and become pliable, allowing them to contort into the most strange positions. The brain and skull continue to elongate, and the subject takes on a feral appearance and attitude. Strength, speed, and agility I have observed all become heightened. Only a rudimentary knowledge of their former self remains.
I'll look at Reed and be like, aggressive.
Who are you calling aggressive?
Right, she goes. So she glares at you. You can make a sort of so. Flynn, you can make a perception. What is it? I'm going to say perception. What is it called in this? Observation check. You can make an observation check. Okay.
Oh well.
Right. Says stage 3. Stage 3 I refer to as the revenant stage. It exhibits an instinctual aggression and advanced dementia. The subject's body is in an advanced state of DNA recoding. A translucent and gelatinous cowl begins to grow over most of the head, revealing a sunken and hideous caricature of their former visage beneath. As the structure of the subject's original features dissolve into an acidic gelatin, their skull becomes more pronounced. Eventually, any semblance of human origin recedes and becomes barely visible within the cowl. The subject's feet each splay into 3 thick toes, their arms elongate like a primate, and they sprint using their knuckles to propel themselves along the ground. Their strength is increased further. The final stage I refer to as the beluga head, as it reminded me of a beluga whale. This stage exhibits complete cellular metamorphosis. The subject's gelatinous cowl grows opaque and solidifies as their eyes grow dark and shift to the sides of their head. The skin turns a translucent mottled grey, and their features grow similar in appearance to XX-121, albeit with a much shorter head. The subject moves about on all fours like an ape and no longer retains any human characteristics.
Great. Something to look forward to.
The thing that we saw in the reactor was stage 3, then a revenant.
The neomorphs, on the other hand, have a much shorter lifespan and only exist and seem to exist for a mere 24 hours.
So that's the ones that spawn naturally.
Yeah, that's the one that died in front of us for no reason, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're like less of a threat. die quicker.
They are highly aggressive predators that are spread by neomorphic egg sacs. They're fungal growths that spread parasitic spores into the air.
24 hours, the other one will die. In theory.
If my observations prove correct, the neomorph only survives for 24 hours, unless due to extreme low temperatures, it enters a process of hibernation.
Which is how the one was still alive and we came on board.
Yeah, so the neomorphs have got smaller heads than the abominations.
No,
she says they're examples of the neomorphs in the med bay.
In the jars.
Yeah.
She nods.
Yeah, the neomorphs looks like an alien, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, more like a traditional alien.
The longer heads.
Whereas the abominations are like a hybrid, aren't they? They look a bit like them, but not quite.
Yeah.
Just conscious of time.
Yeah, I know.
I can't have a late night tonight, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just to finish then, that brings us to the end of Act 2.
Oh, wow. Is Act 3 like the two crews fighting each other?
Synthetics.
It feels like that's where we're heading.
I shall give you your agendas that you can look at leisure. So apart from Flynn, who just has his agenda, he doesn't get a new agenda. He just has the agenda that his character has.
Right.
Right. Let's see. So where are we? No, Davis. Oops. So Act 3. There you go. Act 3. You've got. So Wilson. Oops. Your Act 3 agenda. Rye, your Act 3 agenda. Cham, your Act 3 agenda. I believe that's everybody. And just out of interest, I'll give Flynn Miller's, what would have been Miller's Act 3. Not that you don't act on it, but just our interest.
Oh, yeah.
So you can look at what it would have been. Where is he? So Miller.
Yeah, what would Miller's been?
Oh. What was that? There we go.
Cool. Yeah, red mine.
Have you shown me Miller's? Did you say?
Yeah, I can't see Miller's.
No, I've just shown it to John.
Oh, I did.
You can.
Where will I see?
I put it onto.
Right.
I put it onto Flynn's character sheet.
Uh,
I should have done. Let me have a look. Where's Flynn? Yeah, it's on Flynn's character sheet in skills, on skills tab.
yeah, great. But that's just for my reference.
Yeah, it's just for fun. You don't, like I say, you can't act on it. It's just for fun, so you know what it would have been if she'd survived.
Wow, yeah, that would have been a turnaround.
So of course the other thing is to check people's Act 2 agendas and see if they achieved it. Okay, so Davis, you achieved yours, so you get another story point.
Cool.
Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure about that one.
Are you not? The specimens are all safe, and I've got the only remaining vial of the inoculation.
Yeah, don't say it.
Fuck Wilson, that's what I'm saying.
I'm the least shady one here.
What was your message, Dan? Kill everyone and anything that bleeds.
Oh shit! Was that public?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I'm not even joking. I'm the least shady one here.
No, you're not.
I know, yeah, right.
I'm not an android, at least.
Yeah.
Don't be racist against synthetics. Don't be like Clayton.
Yeah.
So I think So I guess considering that Wilson's just kind of spilt the beans on some of his stuff.
Well,
I'd forgotten about some of that stuff. You should have messaged me. But anyway, so I guess everybody gets completed, or their agendas for Act 2.
yeah. Either my own crew or their crew's going to kill me anyway before they've done so,
So Act 3 agendas is where everything, comes to a head. You'll notice your agendas are quite sort of different to the previous ones.
Yeah.
What do you use story points for?
Story points can be spent for an automatic success or for success.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot until we were starting awarding them.
Yeah, I think Act 3 is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I still don't think that Rise slept for a while.
I don't think anybody has, have they?
Yeah. this is a good point. Yeah.
You'll be using them drugs to stay awake. Super sleepers.
This is a good point. People are going to start suffering from exhaustion.
Yeah.
What's that? Hazards. Exhausted. So you need to sleep for at least one shift each day. After one day without sufficient sleep, you become exhausted. Being exhausted has several effects. You cannot relieve stress. You must make a stamina roll each day with a negative modification equal to the number of days you spent without decent sleep. If the roll fails, you collapse and sleep. Every day you need to make a stamina roll. If you fail, you suffer 1 point of damage and your stress level increases by 1 step. If you are broken while starving. As soon as you have slept for at least one shift, you are no longer exhausted. But so everybody's going to be exhausted soon. Cronus, yeah, been going for quite a while.
Oh.